How's it, guys? Welcome back to FX Rhapsody. Today we will be doing analysis on the British pound, US dollar, and also the British pound, Japanese yen. Okay, guys, before we move on, go visit my website, fxrhapsody.co.za. If you scroll down, you get all your new videos that I post in my blog here, and all you can do is just click on the image and it will take you straight to the video of the previous day. You can see on the side pane here on some very cool features, some news feeds, economic calendar, your trading view platforms that you can click on and go into. Also your video categories. If you're getting started in trading, you just click on the video category over here and it will take you straight to the page of all the videos that you need to watch about trading, how to install MetaTrader, introducing trading, and so forth. And then also you get all your other, your strategies and analysis. And let's get trading. So all these videos are nicely dotted out for you. All you need to do is just click on the description. It will take you straight to the video. I've also got my brokers. If you click on the broker tab, you can see that my preferred brokers are over here. IFX, nice ABOOK broker. If you don't know what it is, just click on the tab. It will tell you exactly what a ABOOK broker is. These guys are brilliant. Minimum deposit of $10, 50% welcome bonus. You can deposit via Ozo, PayFast, School, Bitcoin, and more. They've got amazing spreads. Just click on the spreads and it'll tell you exactly what the spreads are. So click here to join the family, and then also the resource tab, which I explain in my videos every time. Just click on the resource tab, and then you can get a candlestick cheat sheet, and then also the commitment of traders. All you do is download it to your mobile phone, to your laptop, to your MacBook. So let's start off with the British pound, US dollar. Now on a monthly time frame, you can see that this key area over here. I just wanted to wait before we look at that key area. Let's look at this Fibonacci. Wrong one. Sorry. There we go. So we take the Fibonacci from this low swing to that high. So you can see that currently that the British pound is tapping on that 50%. Now there's also this area over here that I've mentioned before, that it's a key area in the market. So you can see that this acted as a support, broke through, came back, and now it's retesting it, or it retested last month, and now there's a big movement to the upside. So price did not break through that. Now I would have loved to see price coming down to at least this area, which is another key area, and it also falls nicely onto the 62% retracement area. But again, I'm not sure if the British pound will reach down to there. Maybe from here it's just going to start shooting to the upside. There's a lot of, like you see now, there's upwards movement on the monthly. So on the monthly, we're looking at price moving up because it's retesting that key area. A lot of confidence in the different time frames. I'll show you now. Okay, so on a weekly time frame, let's just expand it a little bit so we can see it a little bit better. Okay, so right here we can see that there was this nice, let's just make that a different color. Okay, so nice trend line going down, going down. And then you can also see that's, it was a bearish movement to the downside. You can see it following that trend down. So now currently it broke that trend line and now it's retesting it again. So basically there's a couple of things that I wanted to highlight. So first thing is that there was some liquidity that was lying just on top here. Let me just make that our liquidity colors. Okay, so again, will this be a movement to the upside? That break of that trend line, will it retest and start hunting the liquidity up here? And then there's some more liquidity lying up here. And then obviously some more liquidity lying up here. Now on the monthly time frame, we saw that we expecting maybe a movement to the upside. So let's see on the weekly time frame if this is the case again. So will it respect this trend line and start hunting this liquidity that's lying up here? Okay. Oops. There we go. So that's all the different scenarios. Price can also just fall back into that trend line, making it a false breakout and fall and again carry on with a bullish, basically a bearish movement to the downside. What we can also see here, I just wanted to draw this Fibonacci. So you take this Fibonacci from, like we saw now on the monthly time frame, we're expecting upwards. We saw the breaking of the trend line, which means retesting it and upwards. But now if you pull the Fibonacci in from this swing high to this swing low, you can see price retesting or retracing back into our zone here. So this is where the confidence comes in. So now, will this now be the next move to the downside? Because it is just retraced back into that zone. So this is what I was saying. There's a bit of confidence on the upwards and downwards movement. So don't just enter your trade. Don't just think it's going to be a bullish movement from here. It broke structure and it's going up. Not the case. So let's look for signs on that. Okay. So on a daily time frame. Okay. So on a daily, you can see here. My mouse is not playing with us. So on a daily time frame, you can see this liquidity that I was talking about. So basically, there was liquidity, and it tapped it. And then you can also, and I did make a analysis video last weekend talking about how price might go and test that liquidity. We can also see this trend line that's moving, or that moved down. Let's just make this black again. So basically, there was this daily time frame trend line going down. So basically, price broke this trend line, came down, and retested it now. So this is now where we're looking at, okay, will this now carry on to the upside? Because I did my previous analysis last weekend, I did say price is going to break this trend line, maybe tapping this liquidity. I did something like this, and I said it's gonna, what we want to wait for is this retest before we buy. So we're gonna keep a close eye on price coming this week. All right. So now Fibonacci, you cannot pull your Fibonacci from here to there. Well, you can if you want to, but I mean it's a higher time frame, so price is not gonna. It can, well, I keep saying cannot, but it can definitely come back and retrace to this area over here. But what I want to do is I want to pull another Fibonacci for you. So basically you do it from this swing to that swing. The reason I'm saying from this swing to that swing is I have, in past analysis, I have told you about how in a bullish movement or a bearish movement, if you get a candle, a bearish candle in there, that acts as a support and resistance area. So basically you can also see this, yeah, look at that. So you can see how that acts as a support area. So basically price is coming down to retest that area. If you look at the Fibonacci from the low over here to that high, swinging down, excuse me, you can see the price basically, let's take this out to make it more clearer for you. So you can see price retracing to that 62%, in that zone between the 62 and the 79%. So you can see that price retrace to that, and now we're going to look for signs of bearish movement in the lower time frames. We're going to look for any bias possibilities. Let's just first see what price does next week, first couple of days. Will it break this trend line, excuse me, and then retest it again? Basically, the retest will then be this key area over here, as you can see, and then we're going to look for any sell possibilities. Okay, so that's the two scenarios that we're going to look at for this coming week on this pair. On a COT confirmation, let's have a look at the COT reports. So on the British pound, you can see that in the last couple of weeks there was a lot of shorts that were placed in the market, then they were closing a lot of shorts. So it went from being positive to a negative 20,000 to a negative 11,000 when they started closing some shorts. Now they're closing even more shorts, adding more longs in the market, pushing that net position into the positive again to 1,610. So basically what we're looking at is, you know, the big institutional banks, they are pushing the price up again. So they're gearing up for nice long. So my bias is almost in the buy. So we were looking for long positions, excuse me. And so let's see what happens this week. Let's drill down to the lower time frames, wait, look for their confirmation, and see if we can get a nice entry on either the buy or the sell, depending on what it's going to do to this trend line. Okay, so let's move on to our British pound, Japanese yen. Now this pair is, to be honest, I think there's a lot of stuff that happened to this pair. So basically, let's see, have a look. Monthly, we had a nice bullish movement. So in the monthly time frame, we can see. So last week, I also said, I was talking about the push to the upside, and I said, let's have a look at what it's going to do towards the end of the month. Will this candle retrace back and not break this area of resistance? And currently, you can see that price is pulling back nicely into that area. So no signs of breaking this resistance area yet. Okay, it has not broken it yet, so let's just keep an eye on that. On a weekly time frame, what we can see is Fibonacci. We take the Fibonacci from this swing over here to that swing. These are the swing traders. So you take it from this swing low and you to that swing high over there, and you can see price retrace to this area, which was your 62% and 79% area. So if you were a swing trader and you placed your trades over here, you would have ridden it out, and look at that price almost going to your big your third target basically. So let's say you entered your trade here. I just wanted to look at this. Look at that. It would have been a nice 700 pips move for those swing traders. So yeah, so what's next for this pair? To be honest, it's also not too sure what's going to happen, but I've got some analysis, so let's have a look. So we can see this movement. Price was in a slightly downwards movement, you know, bearish movement, just almost in a raging phase, and then we saw this huge push to the upside, this huge bullish movement. You can see this area. What I was saying is price is gonna, I mean, there was this liquidity that was lying up here. Let's just draw this liquidity just to show you. So basically there was, let's just make it straight, and then let's just do that. So we were talking about this liquidity, and price went in it, tapped that liquidity. Okay, that was basically what happened there. Price hunting it. Now we can see this area over here is a nice strong area. So price broke that support area, the previous big support, came back, and it's now retesting that area. So what we're going to look at, if we look at a Fibonacci, we take it from this swing to this bottom, from this bottom, and we take it all the way to the top. So what we can see is there needs to be some big movement for price to come down to this 62% area, which is also a nice key area in the market. Again, it's always a key area in the market. That's why I use this Fibonacci. So yes, price, if price breaks this resist of the support currently, let's have a look at this coming week. If price breaks it, I'm going to do something like this. If price breaks it and it shows little signs of retesting it, obviously on the lower time frames, it might not always show on the daily. Okay, there's a lot happening in a candle like this. Okay, you don't see it on a daily. On a daily, it looks like a bullish candle, but on a lower time frame, it might look like a break and a retest and then a carry on. So always go down to your lower time frames to look at those entries, just to find those entries. So basically that's scenario number one, price breaking that, retesting that area. But to be honest, I actually think price is just going to carry on to the upside. That's my bias. So, but again, I don't trade my bias. I just feel like this is what price can do, but I do not, I basically trade what the market gives me. So if I see other signs on the lower time frames, I trade those signs. So yes, it could be a sell, it could be a buy. Go down to the lower time frames and see what happens. COT reports, let's have a look at that. So we know in the British pound that the pound is getting stronger. So basically what we're looking at, if we look at the pound is going to move. So if we want to see price moving up, let's say we are looking at that scenario. We're saying that price is retesting that, respecting that area and moving up. We want the pound to get stronger, so we can see it over here. A lot of shorts were closed in the market. More longs was placed. So on a British pound, it's showing. So we want to see the yen getting weaker. So let's have a look at the yen and look at that. So we're looking at the yen and we can see that 26,000 shorts was placed in the market and some longs was closed. So it went from a negative 76,000 all the way up to negative 102,000, meaning they are shorting the yen, they are weakening the yen, so the yen might follow suit and follow up to the upside. So guys, from me, that's all from me for today. Don't forget to press that like button, comment in the comment section. Don't forget to click that subscribe button and that notification bell for more analysis coming your way this weekend. Guys, I hope you're staying safe and happy trading, guys.